Hello. We're here today because obviously I hate myself. I don't even want to play this game, but you know what? I want to know what the end of it is. So, okay, I've played some of this game with Balthazar's brother. I didn't finish it because I was usually waiting for him because I got to the part where everything was like, you know? I don't want to experience it again, but I'm going to have to because I have to get past it. I'm playing this in windowed mode because I can't even handle the game by itself. I need my background full of my friends on it because I'm gonna stop talking. I played this 20 minutes ago. I was saying a lot of stuff that made myself laugh to hide the pain. I don't care if the game's not trendy anymore, I'm just gonna do it. And I'm gonna read through literally all of this. Not only because I actually want to read it, but because I'm going to delay the inevitable for as long as possible. But now people are home, so I can't be loud. But, hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sarah catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Nate. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. You're not wrong there. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Nice to know that there's other people in this empty sidewalk. By the way, Nate, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Alright. Sorry about that. I didn't start the audio recording, so that was my camera audio. Alright. I told you already. It wasn't on. Now it's on. I told you. Shut up. I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's talking about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Thank you. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming what the fuck? He said It's not even gonna record it because it's on a different window. Not in education, employment, or training. A NEET or NEET is a young person who is not in education, employment, or training. The acronym NEET was first used in the United Kingdom, but its use has spread to other countries and regions including Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and the United States. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Shut up. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. For now. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worries so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I feel attacked. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. As I do. Hello. That wasn't the voice. I gotta keep track of voices. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Nice of you to really consider my privacy like that. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you can come to my club. What if I don't want to? Huh? What if in a game you just said no to the objective? Obviously you wouldn't make any progress, but at the same time you could save yourself a lot of trouble and the characters. This game is months old. I know. I'm technically doing spoilers, but it's months old and it's not trendy anymore. But I know enough. I don't know everything, but I know enough. I played 2 minutes past the beat drop, okay? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. There is no reason that this hallway should be this quiet. I know the game is tagged as a psychological horror, and should you know what happens, you'll know why, but in this moment, there is no reason why there should be no music. I'm stressed. I didn't mention that I literally could not look at this game for 3 days. At what I call the beat drop now, I couldn't sleep for 3 days. It's a dating sim. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I don't know if that's foreshadowing. I don't know. All I know is I'm terrified, and I'm not even close yet. We're going through all of this. I'm not even close yet. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I know you. I like you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Shut up, you have a crush on me. Way to kill the atmosphere. Shut up, you have a crush on me. Ah, Nate, what a surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? Your tits. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Or she's 13. She's also the one who made cupcakes. 13 is also the age limit to play this game, which... I'm 17 years old. And I couldn't handle this. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Yes, I know Monica. I refer to her as the cockblock. That's right. It's great to see you again, Nate. Shut your mouth. Fix your back. Fucking bitch. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Music skipped, and I don't have to worry about that right now, but everything worries me now. Come sit down, Nate. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, you get it? It's white. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Want to go? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere? Where have I heard this before? That worries me deeply. Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you, dummy. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get too intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. You show up at the worst times, and I don't like you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Mind your business. Mind your business. So what made you consider the literature club, titties? I was afraid of this question. Sometimes something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club and your reality, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Oh! I beg to differ. I'm very into literature. I'm into literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. What is this festival? I was convinced that it was basically a blood festival where there's some sacrificial lamb shit going on, and I don't know what it is. Immensely worried. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. It's a class-based RPG. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Nate, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. I can be persuaded. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. That's what you were looking at. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Shut your mouth. There's so much foreshadowing. There's so much foreshadowing. But not... The game is meta in itself, and I like that. It's also self-aware, and it's also foreshadowing, but it's not the super hot way of meta, where it's just like, you're in the game, go share it with your friends. No, it's very good. It's terrifying once you go back. It's one of those things where you go back to a movie that you know inside and out, like you watched and you love the movie, and you go back and a third time you play it or watch it, you notice things you didn't even know were there in the first place. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading, just like I did. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. What did I do? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Hard. Really? I wouldn't have expected that. What am I laughing at? For someone as gentle as... Hey! I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Try 3 days. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over at me for a split second. What do you want me to do? Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? That's a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give That Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Gay!
For the record, I'm going to sap all the humor out of this that I can find because I want to remain happy playing this game. Because this game deeply disturbed me. I was made fun of because of it for months. this didn't help, even though I could only see about a quarter of them because I couldn't see any spoilers. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make this as enjoyable for myself and for you guys as possible. Starting with getting away from the microphone.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer, are we? Writer? Not a very confident writer, are we? Yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri. The past tense of Nut is Nat! No, it's actually Nate. Oh no. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Nate? Monica smiles at me warmly once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Nate, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Congratulations, you played yourself. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. That was at the same time. Yes, I'm so happy that this is happening. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, it really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. You want some? Nate, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. There is a reason that I cannot write a poem for you. I'm gonna find out what it is. When I find out, I'm gonna kill you. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. That's not anxiety. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Nate, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Why not all of them? Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, the way that this works, as you can see, the fucking Sonic boss battle music. As you can see, there's little, well, I should read the instructions. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like, something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So that's basically what it is. You can see the little Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri down there, and you pick words basically speaking to their respective personalities, and that increases your chances of getting laid, I guess. That's illegal. That's illegal. This is high school. That's illegal. Going on a date. So going through this last time, I decided I'd go for Yuri. I'm gonna do that again, mainly because I want it to be the same way should Balthazar's brother join me in this Let's Play. I mean, you can go back in the history, but like if you're just trying to remember things, just because you wanna, I don't know what I'm saying, but if you want to just remember things and not go into history, basically all their preferences with writing, they said to you. So, like, that's not it. It's not okay. The same exact thing happened when I thought a dark word like that would appeal to Natsuki. Would appeal. I don't know if my freak out would just. I picked that, and it wasn't Fury. So, I thought a word that would appeal to Yuri appealed to Sayori, and that happened multiple times. So let's see, fantasy. God. Thank God! Jesus! I just preached about trying to know what everyone is into, so I don't know what Sayori's into, honestly. But apparently it's kind of on the stuff that you think is for Yuri. It's not. Natsuki's into cuter stuff. Okay, so horror. Okay. That works. Fester. Nice. Do I even go into why that is not okay? Paint. Okay. Okay. I feel a little better. I feel a little better. I feel a little better. A little. A little. Zone. Okay. Existence. No. Screw you. Sticky. Why? Why? Unstable. Oh. Damn it. Spot. I'm not even keeping track. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Great. God! Entropy. Sunset. We're 3-2 right now. I'm so disappointed. That's essentially 5-3. 6 and 5. I need 10. Give me 10, please. No. No, 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 no. That's 10. That's 10. That's 10. That's 11. Okay. 12. Nice. 13. There we go. 14. Nice. Okay. Hi! Fuck off. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literally the worst thing that in your life when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. You want to get out of my face? But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection... I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Get roasted. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga's literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm actually crying. Oh my god. Monica is the greatest addition to this game. Don't worry, guys. Nate always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Yeah. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Nate could become good friends too. Special friends. Sorry. Oh wait, does it? I don't know if this, I just realized, because I don't know if this happens like anyway, depending on who you write a poem for, but in that context, like if you just write a poem for someone and like, you know, you get more than half, I'm guessing that's how it works, if you get like more than half of the words for someone, then does that essentially like, you know, automatically put you guys in a certain situation, especially with the way Sayori is saying things. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess I mean it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it. If you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I could have said that a different way. That came out weird. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's... Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more.
but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be in the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and eyes me for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing it made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. You see... There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. I'm glad going into this game again, I don't remember anything except the only part that I was able to focus on for days. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust, because I'm actually genuinely surprised by the things that I'm reading again, especially because I'm not dealing with sporadically skipping the story. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. You're funny! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Nate? No, it's not that. It's really not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a new perspective. Strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own... that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist... they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Did I? I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I was in a good mood. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I step into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? I just noticed her facial expression. I have to look at the facial expressions. I have to. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. You know, that is reading company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. My massive dong. I have fun with this game, but at the same time, I fucking hate it. I open the book and start the prologue. I still don't understand what Yuri means about... memes? What Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It's like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... God, marry me. Here's... This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, our shoulder's almost touch. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it more difficult to turn the page. Here. Did I mention... I'm not gonna go there. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Really. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Now dig on... Shut up!
Now dig on this.
I'm glad I'm laughing. Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Did her eyes move? That's okay. You're not just used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently lets go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side. This wording. As she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kinda reminiscent in some of your mannerisms. I see. Why am I reading it like this? Yuri remains silent for a moment, but Nate, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Good! Go away! She scared me too. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you've been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip back into my bag. I put away my massive erection. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yes, I did. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Did I spit on my camera? I didn't. Okay. Since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I think I went to Yuri last time. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. I emphasize the word huge by accident. I'm not looking at them now. This is exactly... This is exactly... Oh my god, this is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. My allergies. Oh god. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I've recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing every single poem, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Can I talk? Can we live in a society? Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. My eye. If my eye looks puffy, that's because I have allergies. It's that time of year again. While it actually feels like spring, at the same time, when spring has sprung, so have my allergies. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Music changed, and it was a little weird. Oh, that's my spit. I was wondering what that was on the mid-desk. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. I just couldn't read it because it's script! Perfect! What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. If this game actually takes the amount of time that you spend on the poem into consideration, not only will I be impressed, I'll also be very scared. Well, I just don't read script very often. See, there you go. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? What is that sound? I'm imagining it in my head, and it's disgusting. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nate. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Do you think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Nate. For you. Only for you. Me too. Sayori. This is a good poem, Nate. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's what impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Nate. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only real good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but that's not the key. Did you just wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Is that okay? Really? Yeah. Oh, I guess it is okay. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Is she, though? Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Nate, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. I will have you know I took poem writing very seriously. I made another poem 3 times. Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? Yeah, I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put an effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Jeez. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're just better off trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Hey, yeah? I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes. Exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went to it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Because you're, what, 12? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with her last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm so mean to Natsuki. Hi! Having a good time so far? Yeah! Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Yes! Yes, you are. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Nate. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Yes. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. I just realized something. Why does this button exist? It exists for one sole purpose. And that's it. What are you doing? Taking in the floor and the shadow behind the text box? Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. Great job, Nate. I was going, ooh, in my head already. Ooh, while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Yes. Writing is full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, he uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. That bitch. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, while I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. You're only saying that because I can't write for you. Weak laughter! Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Hey, really? Because you're the president of it. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Yes. Yes. I see. Well, let's read it then. I don't know what I was doing, by the way. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Oh God. My retinas. They're burning. Please, God. Someone call 911. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Hey, Monica, the way to hit on me is not by talking about your vagina. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. So what do you think? It's very freeform. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that it had some kind of epiphany recently. Did Monica have a crush on me? Okay, wait. All I know is Monica was very conveniently interruptive. That's all I know. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing skills, abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Oh no. Sayori liked it, and Nate did too. Leave me out of this. Leave me out of this. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, hey, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nate liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. What is this? What am I hearing? That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Nate appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you think he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cute. Is everyone okay?
I never heard this Australian circus music before. Oh my god, it's making everything so much more funny. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew bigger as soon as Nate. What? What?
Hold on. Here's a Google search for you. Do breasts float? Do breasts get bigger when you see someone attractive? New theory on why men love breasts. 8 things men will always find attractive in women. Why do guys stare at women's breasts? Why are breasts so attractive? The real reason men love them. The 11 physical features men can't resist. 9 scientific facts about boobs. What is it about men and breasts that? Okay, I don't think it's that. Like someone. Okay, so healthynaturalworld.com/breasts getting larger says, but sometimes breasts can grow larger without being pregnant. For example, weight gain and hormonal fluctuations can also cause breasts to get larger. We've learned something new. Kidshealth.org. Does touching a girl's breasts make them grow? I'll have you know, the first thing that it says, touching or massaging breasts does not make them grow. Some of the things that you may hear are outright cons, like special creams or pills that make breasts bigger. In parentheses, they don't work. What have I done? I'm doing this search to this music. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, my god. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned to me as they just noticed I was standing there. Nate, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Nate. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Nate? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. We're gonna try something. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I have in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. The music stopping made that so much more serious. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody liked... I'm done. No, I can't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm going back. I haven't seen that path before. I'm just saying, I haven't seen that path before. There's so much to this game, but you can only do it once, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure you have to like completely reinstall the game, because I know there's a thing with like, you know, looking at the game files while you play. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might not. I just want to experience the story, because I know this game, like just from the bit of it after I realized that this game was like genius, I really just want to like get into the story before looking at all that stuff. But yeah, especially because like everyone who's played this game now has done it. So Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and become something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I noticed that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps take a walk to clear my head. Sayori doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from her desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Nate. You're too kind. I'm thankful to I'm thankful to have you part of this club right now. I wasn't even proper English anyway. It's fine. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Atsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Atsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay! It's about time for us to leave. How'd y'all feel about sharing poems? It was fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Nate, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Wait a second. If I go to my Steam library, Doki Doki, the saves folder is empty. You're gonna be that guy. It's clever though. I kind of wanted to see if I could like put my save somewhere else, place that the game can't touch. Cause I mean, I wasn't writing for Sayori anyway, but like just that exchange, a new one, it was different. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Nate, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Nate, it's nice that I could spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori in the soul. I'm that guy. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to say to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Do I stop? I'll stop. But I'll continue. But I'll stop. So, I'm having more fun than I thought I would. I'm still mad because I know what this game represents. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. But yes, I'm going to save in a folder that apparently doesn't exist. And where do the save files go then? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. There will be more of this. I haven't even started editing Far Cry 5 yet. Me and Khan recorded this like the day after it came out, and I haven't started editing it yet. So, you know, I'm gonna stop before I keep rambling. So like the video if you enjoyed it, favorite it if you really enjoyed it. I realized about 2 years ago, I don't know if favorites are still a thing, but I like saying it, especially because because I noticed like the favorites button. I actually ran out of favorites in my playlist, so I made a different favorites list, like an actual playlist, like favorites 2, 3, 4, and like, you know, Roman numerals, because that was back when playlists could only be 200, 200 videos. But yeah, I just because I do that, I still say it. So just in case you're wondering why I use an outdated term. But yeah, like the video if you enjoyed it, favorite it if you really enjoyed it, subscribe for more from Gamers on Diesel Mode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Go Shurs.